Okay, welcome to Half the Battle. I'm not gonna be reviewing GIJoe Retaliation.
Move this man!
Okay, hear me out here. There are a couple reasons why I'm not doing a review. For one thing, there are plenty of movie reviewers out there, and I'm sure they'll do a fine job reviewing GIJoe Retaliation. Some may tear it to pieces, but hey, that's their job. As for me, well, I'm not a movie reviewer. I may do a vlog, but that's about it. There's a very good reason why I'm not a movie reviewer. Let me show you some of my movie collection. Look, I have the Resident Evil movies. I like them. I've got Dragon Ball Evolution. I even own the freaking Last Airbender movie. These are all movies that have been thoroughly torn to pieces by various reviewers. In fact, sometimes by an entire squadron of reviewers at once. And yet, I still enjoy these movies. And I also enjoy the reviews. I've got more of these. I've got Masters of the Universe with Dolph Lundgren as He-Man. I've got Return of the Killer Tomatoes with George Clooney. Yes, that's a thing that actually exists. I even got Stallone's Dredd. These are all considered to be horrible, horrible movies. And the thing is, I like watching these movies. Not ironically, not as a guilty pleasure, I just enjoy watching these movies. And no, in the case of Resident Evil, it isn't because Mila Jovovich has 30 seconds or so in every movie where she appears wearing nothing but a small paper towel. Though that doesn't hurt. And you wanna know the funny thing? This all doesn't even mean that I have bad taste in movies. No, really. Take a look at some other movies from my collection. I have Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. I have The Godfather. I have Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. I have The King's Speech. And I enjoy all these movies. So, the thing is, I don't have bad taste in movies. I don't have good taste in movies. I have no taste in movies whatsoever. Take the Harry Potter series. Popular opinion is that the first two are the worst in the series. The movies, I mean, not the books. But I like them just as much as the others. Now, this doesn't mean that I like every movie I've ever seen. To dig the hole a little deeper, I can't freaking stand There's Something About Mary. Or La Vita Bella.
Now dig up, stupid.
Okay, to dig myself out a little, I also can't stand any movie with Adam Sandler. Oh, with the exception of Zoan. So you see, I'm the last guy you want reviewing movies. I mean, I'm the guy that'll tell you he really liked A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, as you desperately try to find something heavy to throw at my head. So, you might get a vlog from me, and maybe I'll put up a few links in the blog to other reviewers who take a look at the movie, but for Retaliation, I'm out. Unless, of course, it turns out in the movie that Cobra is bug people from the Himalayas! Then it's on! But probably not. Anyway, stick around for the mini review. Let's take a look at The Doctor.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
Doctor.
Oh, Doctor.
Doctor Who? Doctor Who?
No. We're talking about a toy from the Rise of Cobra movie. The Doctor. Even though the figure itself is officially called Rex the Dr. Lewis, the file card claims his code name is simply The Doctor. If you combine that fact with having Christopher Eccleston as Destro in the movie, you know somebody was having a bit of fun at Hasbro. This character is Cobra Commander before he became Cobra Commander, as portrayed by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. If I'm mispronouncing that, and I probably am, I apologize. Now, does this thing look like Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Well, no, but then again, he didn't really look like himself in the movie either. That's probably a good thing, since I'm from a time where I have difficulty seeing him as anybody but the kid from Third Rock from the Sun, even if he did grow up nicely. The figure itself is a pretty good representation of what we saw in the movie, though we could have used the eyepiece, to be honest. Where this figure really shines, though, is in his accessories. His hair is actually a wig that comes off, just like in the movie. So you can have a bald Joseph Gordon-Levitt in your collection. The downside is that the wig will fall off if you move the figure around too much, as it doesn't attach itself to the head. And of course, it will without a doubt roll under the couch, like so many small accessories before it. He also has two claw-like gloves that stay on his hands quite well, and they make him look a lot more menacing. Adding to the awesome is his briefcase, filled with containers carrying the nanomachines from the movie. Now normally I'd complain about neon green accessories, but it makes sense here. This is what we saw in the movie.
You heard that right. I actually like a neon colored accessory for once. It's the end of the world as we know it.
Next we have his giant claw weapon. While it is so freaking huge that he can't hold it without falling over unless you use the stand, it is very cool and adds a fun play value for children and man-children alike. The only problem with it is that the claws can get pushed out too far, so they get stuck in an open position. I expected a bit better in the QA department there. Finally, let's get back to Joseph Gordon-Levitt and undress him. His lab coat is a little weird, since the design of GIJoe figures makes it very difficult to make a complete lab coat. You sorta have to pretend the arms are part of it, but in reality the coat accessory is more like a lab cape. The coat itself is difficult to remove, and the figure looks quite bland without it, so I recommend keeping it on at all times. His mask is also removable, though this involves taking the figure's head off. Not very intuitive. And besides, a Cobra Commander figure without a mask? That's just wrong. In conclusion, this is a great representation of the movie's character, with an excellent and appropriate set of accessories. I can recommend it.
Is it Cobra Commander though? Hell no. Well, see you next week, everybody.